welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already heard, the BRM blew up. Literally just driving this thing and we heard a tick, and well, this was what I did. I think it just blew up. As a content creator, sometimes we film things and we kind of joke around in the situation like, oh, the car blew up, or oh, this, or oh, that. No, I knew that I was causing damage, but I just wanted to get home so badly, and I didn't even make it all the way up the driveway. They're coming to get her. So I wound up hooking up the X1 to the Mark V, dragged it up the driveway. All right, we're about to tow this rig with the X1. I didn't get it on video, but I had the whole family out here pushing this thing into the garage. Car sat here for like literally a week, and within that time, I made a post on Instagram, and I was like, hey, guys, I need an engine. And crazy enough, someone that I had been in contact with 5 years previously, who had done the timing belt on my Mark VI in 2019, hit me up, and he was like, hey, my brother literally just got T-boned in his Mark V BRM, and we're selling the engine. So I bought the whole entire engine. I was like, you know what? I can use a long block. I could build a long block. So cat's out of the bag. I'm taking the head off this and I'm putting it on that, and then I'm building the bottom end. So if you want to work with me, if you have a little like company, hit me up. If you've built one of these and you have some recommendations, let me know down in the comments. I did wind up finding the damage, and it was that the lifter bucket in cylinder 4 had, left the chat. And here's a video of it running with no valve cover. Once I filmed that video and I realized that it was all blown up, that's when I went ahead and I bought the engine, which I'm actually super stoked on because there's a lot of stuff on here that I can use, even to repair the engine if something goes bad, like the vacuum pump. I was thinking about going to stage 2 cam and like going that whole route. I'm building the long blocks over the winter time. I'm gonna fully dress an entire new BRM, and we're gonna have that made for power. For now, we're only gonna be making like 230 horsepower, something like that. I just wanna get this thing back on the road. Performance CDI did send us some goodies. You guys are gonna see that. A long block is better than just a head, for sure. So my goal for the car right now is let's go ahead, rip this head off of this BRM and check out what we got going on. A lot more jam is gonna be made, so. Oh my goodness, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. This head is gorgeous. And this cam, I think this cam was done probably around 180, 190,000 miles. I don't know who did it, but I mean, all the lobes look really nice. They got a nice high lift duration. So as somebody who has a car that just blew up, this is phenomenal. I've had the valve cover off my car probably 10 times since I bought it. And I've seen what a valve cover looks like. That's just like someone did their maintenance, or this thing got a new head, because I mean, like, look at this. It's literally flawless. This looks like, I'm not even kidding you, a 20,000 mile engine. I'm so stoked right now. In order to get this head off, we got to take these 10 head bolts out. I do have brand new 12.9s, which is a PD 150 stud. It's the same size. It's just a little bit stronger, so you can throw a little more boost at it. Those were sent over by Performance TDI. We love them. They also sent us over a gasket kit, which I'm going to pull out later on in the video. And they sent us over a really big part, like a massive part. But I don't want to show you guys that until I'm ready, because, well, I'm not that far into the engine. We got to pull this apart, and then I can share it with you. Buy one of these just to help support the build, you know, as like a little token, like, oh, I got tilted TDIs or Alex's head bolt, message me. Maybe I'll sell them for like 20 a piece or something like that. I don't even know. It's just a cool little idea. So let's pull this head. What you have to do here is pull this cam gear bolt off. The proper pull tool is actually $250, but I just hit it. Cool, I got that off. We got the head off. There's little pieces of carbon that I guess fell off from where the valves were. I really want to lean the head so you guys can get a good look at underside the head. That's why we put the shirts down. The head gasket for some reason stayed with the head and not with the block like it did on mine. But wow, this thing is dirty. Head gasket seems fine. Didn't look like any explosions were happening side to side. Apparently we had nothing on this channel. So the cam gear key broke when I smacked it out. And thankfully I have my other cam gear. And well, this cam gear was completely fine. The cam gear key is great. The only downside is that the bolt had broken in it when I tried pulling it off. Because I tried building a puller tool the other day. And well, the stock bolts are stretch bolts. And one of them broke inside. So I got this rigged up. And well, it's coming out. And just like that, ow, that's really hot. I made it happen. Guys, well, it's the next day. It's head assembly day. I prepped the head. I got all the grease and grime off of there. I tried to get as much gasket material as I could. I lined the cylinders with 2-stroke oil and then sent it around twice. And then I also prepped the bottom side of the new head. The new head is an actual Germany casting. I think that's why it looks nicer. It's not as poorly put together and bumpy as the Poland. I think this is, yeah, this one was cast in Poland. This one was cast in Germany. I got the head prepped. I used the cam gear, put it back on. I got it at TDC. I locked it in place. So the head's at TDC and so is the bottom end. So essentially put the gasket on there, drop it down. That gasket that we're gonna be going with is this Victor Reinez. I got this from FCP Europe. A 2-hole gasket, exactly what came out of it. Drop this on, drop the head on. Install these gorgeous 12.9 head bolts sent over by Performance CDI. I love y'all. This isn't the only thing they sent us for this video, and it's probably the smallest one. So go give them a follow, go buy some stuff from them. Their turbos are great, their bolts are great, and their service is great. I love you, Performance CDI. Now let's throw this head on and secure it down with some Performance CDI 12.9 PD150 head bolts. Cam sensor. Now I'm gonna install these head bolts. I have already cleaned out all the threads before I put the head on. It is an absolute must to make sure all these threads are cleaned out, because if there's oil in there and you go to torque these down, you will have hydraulic pressure crack the head, and then that's going to be no fun. So I've already done a video on install and the orientation and torque specs. If you want to watch that, I'll have that linked right here. This is why you don't run cheap extensions. It literally just snaps right in it. All right, well, I don't work out, but I guess I could say that I got my pump, and that was absolutely insane. The last time I did this, it was like 45 degrees in the garage. I was wearing a sweatshirt, did not break a sweat. This time, that was crazy. That was freaking insane. But since I didn't have my phone and I had the whole schematic on my phone, I just wrote it down on a piece of cardboard. All these head bolts are tightened down. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pull out these injectors.
I'm melting your hands, soaked in sweat when we dance. I fall to my knees, baby.
Phone wound up running out of storage, so I went ahead and I put the timing gear on there. I went ahead and I put the tensioner on there. I made sure that the timing on the bottom was still the same. Everything was locked in place. And now I've got the oil pan. It's super clean. I brought this over to the parts washer the other day, cleaned it up, and sealed it right up. Not the best, not the worst, but she's gonna go back in. So, funny story, I just wrapped up doing my timing job. I spun the engine over twice, and well, it did not hit a valve, so I'm feeling good about this. I got a pin lock for the top, and I got the pin set for the bottom, and basically, everything's good. I got the tensioner in there, all tensioned up. You can see the arrows right on the money. We love to see it. It's my first ever timing job, so I'm actually really stoked on how it turned out. Everything's awesome. Everything looks good from the bottom. At this point, if anyone needs a timing job done on their 1.9, let me know. Now that the timing's done, it's time to do the turbo. And once again, another Performance TDI plug because, well, they send me what I need when I need it, and I love them. So if you want to buy anything for your TDI, go and get it. Turbos, head bolts, injectors, gaskets, CP3 pumps, anything you need, they most likely have it, and I love them. So huge shout out to Performance CDI. I'm gonna go ahead and use this exhaust gasket. Dude, look at this shimmer coming off of this exhaust gasket right now. It's so beautiful, and seeing it from the backside of the block. Nah, I had to give you guys a look at this from the backside. Oof. So awesome to see. I don't know if you guys saw the turbo install video, but Performance CDI sent me an 1856 and I installed that last time. So if you want to see the full turbo install, go watch it. It's going to be right here. I got the turbo all bolted up. She looks beautiful. She looks great. And is she torqued to spec? Absolutely not. I only use torque wrenches on things that need torque wrenches. Well, guys, I couldn't be any more stoked to be showing you these injectors that Performance CDI sent me. This is the perfect time to be doing it. We just head swapped. The timing is right. Let's pull out those bad boys. They're 250,000 miles old. We got freshly built, beautiful injectors. Like I said, once again, sent over by Performance CDI. That's what I've been hinting out since the beginning of the video. If you need a reliable set of injectors, make sure you hit up Performance CDI. They got you on all your PD needs. You can get stock injectors, built injectors, whatever you need. Tell them I sent you. I'm honestly speechless. This thing is beautiful. All four of these are beautiful. We got those head bolts in there, and well, if they're gonna be holding down some jam, these better be spraying some jam, some juice, baby. So these are some injectors sent over by our boys in Canada, Performance CDI. We love them. We thank them. So if you're not already, go follow Performance CDI. Thank them for sending this out, and couldn't be any more stoked. So this right here is how I actually pull my injectors. It looks crazy. You could get an injector puller, but those are honestly just a waste of money because the injector bodies have this body right here, and it kind of like, once you get into that spot, it just locks itself there and it doesn't want to pull off, which is super nice. I'm also super stoked because this injector harness is super clean, no broken clips. I don't think this head's ever been off of that other engine, which is kind of crazy. There we go. I started getting a little greedy, but I forgot that I've got to shimmy this once and twice because it breaks the suction. So yeah, literally one of my favorite ways to get these out. The rope method is the best method in my opinion. You can really yank on it. It locks on the backside. Oh my God. Oh no. Dude, I just put a massive dent in my hood. So of course, after all that fighting, I twist it by hand to give it a little nudge and it pops right out, not even violently. So I got all the injectors out and there's really nothing down in there, but just part of practice and good protocol is to get the air chuck down in there and blow it out. So I'm gonna wipe the surrounding surfaces first. First injector. We got a cameraman now. We're ripping that tip off, dropping her in. Ripping that tip off, dropping her in. Ripping that tip off. Dropping her in, baby, dropping her in. I'm blowing the threads out before we put the rockers in. First injector hold down, I always turn it to the side, which makes your life so much easier. I drop this bolt down in there. People say they're stretch bolts. I'm a stance guy. I don't really care for all that nonsense. I mean, if it works, it works, and I'm gonna impact this in. So Frankie's inspiring me to film stuff that usually I wouldn't be filming, but I'm actually just gonna snug these up with the impact. I'm not gonna fully, go kind of slow. You can see it's like recessing into the head. Slow. I threaded these in here a whole bunch before all this. And then I'm gonna get the torque wrench out and put it to whatever Google tells me. Whatever Google tells me to put it to, I'm gonna put it to that. Anybody who's hating on the impact, it literally wasn't nearly as tight as it should be. It needs only be 12 foot-pounds, so. I guess you really could just, there we go. When I had taken these out, I had marked which side was which, aka I just put them in the shirt the way I wanted to. So that goes as simple as that. And when I put this all back together to set these up, I'll back them off. But for now, I'm gonna hand tighten these in, make sure the threads are run. And then of course, I'm gonna impact it in. Got these all torqued down to spec and then rotated the engine and then each individual cylinder, however far down it goes, once it maxes out, I just max these out and then turn it back 180 and then tighten these down, and that's how you time the injectors. And I didn't film any of it because, well, I didn't film any of it. Put a little bit of oil right on the valve cover, like on everything. Just trying to get everything lubricated. Oh, that's nice, it's going all down the back. That's great. That's fine. Literally. So I'm gonna take a whole 5 quarts anyway, so may as well just get oil everywhere. I wasn't gonna film any of this. Like, we already got the discharge pipe on, we got the down pipe on, we've got all the fuel lines on, we got all the coolant lines on. And I wasn't gonna film any of it because I'm like absolutely disgusting. And then Frankie's like, yo, let's film this. So I appreciate him. Shout out to Mark IV Frankie for filming all this nonsense. But man, that's all oiled up. Dusty AF, because I bought this about 6 months ago when I did the other head bolts, but I reused the gasket. So now we're gonna finally reuse or use a new gasket. And we're also using the other car's valve cover because it doesn't have a cracked little corner piece right here, which was cracking the other one. And it wasn't really causing a leak, but I had to use a lot of sealant to seal it up. So now I'm just gonna add this in there and hopefully it's gonna save some headache for me because we know Alex doesn't like headache. He causes a lot of headache for himself, but it's part of the TDI life. Big TDI guy, big TDI guy. Will I get mad? Most likely, a little angry. This Velcro gasket in here, I think it's Velcro, I don't even know what it is. Yeah, it's a Velcro. It is, doesn't line up the best, so. It's in. You see that nice blue gasket in there? Nice blue gasket, beautiful. The only thing this is missing is a big pressure wash, like this.
Do it again? Do that again?
Let me show you guys how I get this valve cover on there though. Yeah, so there might be a torque spec you're supposed to follow, but fucking big TDI guy. I don't do it. Just got the glove pulled off the end tank for the intercooler. I got that plugged in. Oh, come on. Just, oh, nice. Got the springs in. I love the quick disconnects. They're literally the best. That's tight. That's tight. Ready to hold 75 pounds of boost.
75?
75, yeah. No, this is a race car. If you weren't aware, this is a race car. We got 2 inches of traction, 75 pounds of boost, divided by 2, minus 3. And it's literally going to be a workhorse. This thing's going to be towing trailers. It's a TDI. It's a TDI. We're going to take the boat to the lake and everything. Oh, somehow got it done today. This has been like a week-long project. Frankie pushed me through it. Got all the stuff hooked up besides the battery.
Yep.
Damn, it's a complete mess in here, but we got everything hooked up besides the injector. So we're just gonna turn it over and hopefully it turns over. We just turned the jump pack up. It's gonna spin some more. That is my starter.
That is your starter.
Smoking. Alrighty. Let me see if it starts now. I'm going back in. I'm a TDI owner. I do questionable things. I'm a TDI owner. Fuck. I turned the key. Spray and pray, baby. Spray and pray. Well, with the starter overheating, we're gonna have to cool this thing down real quick. That should do it. All right, so I'm turning this up. Frankie just left. Boy, to go to the gym. I respect the gains. Shout out to Frankie for filming for me. The battery is now at 12.7. Oh, shit, the starter's cooled off now. Let's pray this thing finally starts. If it doesn't, I'm gonna go to sleep. Well, guys, I literally can't make this up. It runs now. It runs now. Alex, why is it running and you didn't film the first startup? Well, because I'm stupid. Also, because the timing gear was off and I spent hours trying to figure out what the true issue was. And basically, this little hole you see my finger inside of is where you have the adjustment to advance the timing or retard the timing. And you want the little timing mark to line up in the center here. And it was a little bit over in this area. And I thought it was good, but, well, it wasn't. So watch this. I still need to get the torsion value perfect. That's what it's called, the torsion value. For the cam gear, essentially has a little bit of play for the timing belt. But we're going to work on that eventually. But I'm pretty sure it'll start right up. It might die out after a second, but it'll start up in a second. See, it does one of those and you do it again. It does one of those. So I have to fix the torsion value, but idle beautifully. Beautifully. Can't make this one up, baby. Yeah, it looks good. Looks real good. That's a relief. I don't know if you guys are aware of how long it was down for, but it was literally down since the 17th of last month, and today is the 22nd or the 23rd. Today is Tuesday, so whatever day that is.